What's going on YouTube James Show? Welcome back to James Talks Movies, where today I'm going to be reviewing the fourth movie in the new Planet of the Apes movies, and this movie is called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. It's directed by Wes Ball, and basically the story follows a couple years after the reign of Caesar. If you don't, guys do not know, Caesar is the main protagonist of the other three movies that started with Rise of the Planet of the Apes. He was kind of the ruler of the apes and kind of the leader. And this new movie, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, kind of sets itself years, centuries even, after Caesar, and Caesar has passed away since the events of this movie. And then you've got Caesar's son. Caesar's son is named Noah, and Noah is played by Owen Teague in this movie, and it kind of follows him trying to kind of figure out his own path. He's kind of the new ruler of this ape-infested world that's going on, and he is kind of trying to honor what his father wants, while also having his own opinions and kind of figuring out what's best for the world to come in the future and stuff like that. So you just get this nice new ape adventure. I'm gonna tell you what I think about it right away because I don't really have a lot to say on this movie. Unfortunately, I was kind of disappointed with this movie. I think that this movie had a lot going for it, and just like a lot of interesting ideas with it being set years in the future, and new apes are kind of rolling and coming up with new things for this ape world. And this movie is kind of setting up another trilogy that Disney wants to do. Disney wants to make a total of 9 Planet of the Apes movies, including the trilogy that came before Kingdom, starting with Rise. So this makes 4 of them. They're planning to make 4 more, and so this one was kind of supposed to be the start of this new trilogy, and for that, I do not think that it did as good of a job as the Rise of the Planet of the Apes did, because I did, for starters, just my background with the series as a whole, I'm not big on just like this type of fantasy action movies in general, but I did check out Rise of the Planet of the Apes and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes before going into this movie, and I did actually really enjoy those. They're not movies that I kind of grew up on. The movies I was watching for the first time in preparation to watch this movie and kind of get in the mindset of what this world is all about and stuff like that. And so going into this movie, I was optimistic because even though I didn't grow up in these movies and I didn't have as big of a emotional connection as some might with the Planet of the Apes movies, I was still pretty excited because the other 2 movies, while I didn't think they were fantastic and love them, I thought they had some good emotional core moments and kind of interesting ideas behind them. And unfortunately, I do not think this movie does. I think part of the problem with that is it kind of, when the movie starts, it kind of throws you right inside the action. You don't really get enough time with these characters to kind of get to know what they're feeling about all of this. It's kind of just, the thoughts are kind of just sprinkled throughout the movie with no really time to breathe. On the flip side, on my positive side, I will say that a lot of the actors in this movie does a really good job. Kevin Durant is in this movie playing this new villain who is not my absolute favorite villain I've seen in the series. There's just not a lot to him. There's just a lot, I think, that they're trying to juggle with this movie that I think could have worked, because this movie is 2.5 hours long. It's a pretty long movie. So I feel like if you just gave the movie a little time to breathe and kind of get to know these characters a little bit more, I feel like it would have been interesting. Because I feel like the heart and soul of this series, or at least with the ones I saw with Rise and Dawn, was the interaction between not only the humans, but the apes. You kind of get to know their backstory and kind of how they get along, and how humans feel about apes and how apes feel about humans. And in this movie, since there isn't really a lot of humans in this world anymore, there's not a lot of connection between anyone in this movie and or any of this sciencey genetic stuff of like backstory of how the apes got these awesome human-like qualities. I think this series kind of ran its course, because without any of that kind of stuff, I feel like it doesn't really it's not as interesting anymore. You do get a lot of awesome cinematography, because Westball does a really good job of kind of bringing you back into the feel of Planet of the Apes. You get a lot of awesome landscapes. The motion capture in this movie is really good as well. But overall, I was kind of bored with this movie, just because I felt like it was a little underdeveloped with the characters, and I felt like there wasn't any emotional connection, plot point that kind of made me interested throughout the movie. And I don't really understand why, because there was a lot of time that they could have spent doing all of those things. But anyways, guys, that is only my thoughts on Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. What did you guys think of Planet of the Apes? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Yeah, let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Also in the comments, let me know some movie suggestions if you might have some, so then maybe I can check them out and then come on here and tell you my opinion if a movie is worth watching or not. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.